Welcome to the Midwest Happy Hour. We're your hosts, Lacey and Haley.
Join us for a drink and a chat with a new Midwest small town perspective on topics that will keep you learning, laughing, and growing.
So let's get into it. Cheers!
Alrighty. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the Midwest Happy Hour,
where we're whispering because my kid is sleeping in the room next to us.
The kids are sleeping, so we be very quiet, or else they wake up and be mean to us again.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, great.
He's feisty.
But yeah, he was good at the park. It was fun.
Good.
The boy.
It's good to know.
Welcome, everyone, to the Midwest Happy Hour.
It's a Tuesday evening. Afternoon, really.
Coming to you live.
We've already had some wine. We had some Pinot Noir.
Aww.
And today we're going to be tasting 3 other red wines from this kit that we got from Sam's Club.
Thank you, Sam's Club.
Yeah, so it's basically like a kit that you can get. It comes with 6 wines, which it made it sound like one was white and one was red. So that was very confusing.
Yeah, it's not the case. You get 3 whites and 3 reds.
Exactly. And they're this size if you see them on the video. And it says it's like good for about 4 people.
It says half a bottle, I think, on the box.
They say up to 4 people to do the tasting.
I don't leave very much.
No, that's why it's just the 2 of us here.
Right. Dynamic microphones, am I right?
Yeah. And then it came with like a whole kit and like videos to watch.
Yeah, so basically we don't know what kind of wines these are. It just says California red wines. And then, so you do like your sip and sample. You see, you sniff, you sip. You do the aromas, the flavors, and then you summarize. And then basically, I think you're supposed to like guess what kind of
Okay,
wine
but that's not all the S's. What are the S's? See, sniff, sip,
suck it,
swirl,
swirl,
and sense? No.
What's the 6th? It's the 6th sense.
But is there 4 or is there 5 S's? Like
remember.
the S's of wine.
It was
Tasting.
see, sniff, sip, see, dodge, dive, dip, duck, and dodge.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, it says 1 wine glass per person, water and snacks, a pen and pencil for notes, and up to 3 of your favorite people.
Wait, that says up to 3. The lady said 4. Pick your. Choose your
short everybody.
But so it comes with like these papers that have you like they give you examples of what you might see, what you might sniff, what you might sip, and things like that. And so it gives you examples so that it's easier as you taste. You have a better idea of what you're actually tasting. And then once we finish it, we're supposed to watch a 2.5-minute video after each wine, and it's them also tasting it and sharing their like thoughts, which we don't have to watch. So we're just gonna fast forward until it tells us what wine it is,
Right.
to see if we're right.
Right.
What our thoughts are.
Sommeliers.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got our nice little wheel.
Yeah. Maybe take that last sip of that.
I do love this color wheel thingy though.
Yeah. This I don't understand the point of it.
So I think like what you're supposed to do is be like, okay, if I taste dill, then it goes into like fresh herbs. It's very herbal. And so you're supposed to get very specific. But my favorite part is the one, here you go. Volatile acidity.
Nail polish remover.
And there's another one up here that I love. This one. Brettamoyces.
Wait, where are you at?
Right here. This purple one right here. Ethyl. This one. Bro. What does it say? What does it taste like?
What?
Read it out.
Old Band-Aid?
Versus
like an old
Band-Aid?
Band-Aid.
Gross.
What? I'm confused.
I don't understand.
I don't.
It's supposed to be
Get
old
this
Band-Aid.
wheel.
Versus a new Band-Aid? I'm really...
And they didn't put it on symmetrically, and that bothers me.
It's a circle, so it goes...
Look at how much
around.
extra blue is on this side versus this side. There's not.
My
that
God.
bothers me.
Sam's Club can't be perfect.
No.
But yeah, there's spices, but it has ones for white wine, fruits red wine, fruits white wine, sulfides, aged red wine, oak aging, mineral malolactic fermentation.
I'm really hoping that I taste Old Band-Aid and nail polish remover. I hope that those are the flavors that I'm really pulling through because I can't wait to try it.
Also featuring sweet corn, onion, rotten egg, rubber.
And like rotten egg, why would you want your wine to taste like rotten egg? Like, and that's what I really want to know.
Tree moss is on here, which I'm not really sure what tree moss.
Just earth. Just an real earthy taste. All right, so we have sample number 4.
Yep, California.
It's 4 because white was 1, 2, and 3, which we'll do on another episode where it's just us. That looks white, so I'm confused. It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. They're lying.
It's not that white.
Yes, it is. It doesn't look like that because you just had red in there.
Well, why don't you refer to your little sheet of paper there and describe it to the people?
This is just...
All right, the clarity. Is it brilliant, clear, or hazy?
Well, we don't know because it just had red in it.
A little bit.
Golly, this is gonna not go well.
I would say it's like... It's like clear. It's not really like brilliant.
Okay. Oh, we should say real quick before we get into like the actual tasting. We're just gonna like shoot the shit the whole time, basically.
This is a shoot the shit episode.
Yeah. So you're welcome.
I got lots to say.
Shoot.
I'm supposed to sniff it. But
this is a Chardonnay. Oh, it smells buttery.
Ooh, smells buttery. Is that in there?
This is
aroma.
But that's why I'm confused. This is a white, everyone, and it says it's supposed to be a red. So I think they accidentally mixed up our box. Our box is incorrect.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. Is this a red? It is a white.
The color is
white.
More like amber.
Oh my god! I'm gonna punch you.
And the legs. I'm not really sure what the legs.
So the legs. I know that. So it's when you swirl and then it like comes down. So that does not have good legs.
Oh, I spilled a little bit.
It like falls really quickly.
So the legs are faint.
Yes.
Faint legs. All right. And the color intensity is definitely pale.
So you know what? This isn't going to be right on the video because this is a white.
The aroma intensity. I'd say it's medium.
Yeah, it is a Chardonnay for sure. I know. I just know.
All right, ready to take a sip? The flavor intensity.
I'm going to sip it out of the bottle. Our glasses are tainted with another red.
Oh, wow, it's very, very, very faint. Acidity, very low. The sweetness it's there a little bit. It's not super dry.
I think this is a Chardonnay. This isn't in no way a red wine.
It's almost sweet.
So this box is incorrect.
I'd say off dry. And I'm going to go with...
I'm glad you're taking notes for both of us because I'm not.
The body is like...
I can't even read this page.
Light-bodied.
Yeah, I would say light.
The aromas, what'd you say?
Tree fruit? I don't know.
Yeah, like some
like a little floral, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Violet or
a
rose
little.
petal?
I would say also a little oaky.
Oak.
You know what's unfortunate? We're never gonna know what this actual bottle is.
I think that you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think you do, Haley. This is a white wine. It is white coming out of our bottle. There is no way that this is a red. If you're watching our YouTube. Everyone, it says red.
Looks a little red in my glass.
Because you just had a red wine. Ah, man, this is going to really piss me off because we're not going to know whatever this white wine is.
The taste is like very like, I don't know. It's grapey for sure.
Okay.
I would say. Mm-hmm. It's very, very light.
Yeah. I would say oak.
For the taste?
Yeah.
Like vanilla-y?
Yeah.
It smells oaky too. It smells woody.
Yeah, that's why it's a Chardonnay.
Okay, do you want to summarize this? Is it balanced
Summarize
towards
it as
sweetness?
was supposed to be a red, but it's actually a white, and it's a Chardonnay, but we'll actually never know because
Sweetness.
the video that we're gonna watch is not gonna be accurate because this is supposed to be
Definitely
a red.
simple. The finish is for sure short. I mean, it doesn't really linger very long. Quality,
Yeah,
good.
it's a Chardonnay.
Yeah, preference, dislike, like, or love.
I like it.
I like it too. All right, you're going with Chardonnay.
Yes, that's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same.
Wine number 4. Here
we're
we
going to
go.
watch the video,
Here we go.
and they're going to pour it, and it's going to be red. Wow, we can hear that well.
Yeah, very good. Everybody at home can watch.
We've now tasted the 3 spring white wines, and now we're on to wine
I'm
number
going
4.
to skip 10
Various
seconds
shades of
ahead.
pink. But before we talk about why,
finish
let's
is
check out
pink.
the aromas.
Yeah, that looks exactly like what's in my glass.
I'm getting notes of strawberry, and the wine is getting some lithically citrusy and orange aromas. Lots of personality going on in this one.
Lots of personality. More like it. Pretty bland.
All right, let's take a sip and see how we feel about that.
Hurry up and chug yours.
Soft and
What?
fruity.
So then I can
has
pour a little
really
bit
great
more to see what
texture,
color
like a
it
hug
is.
on the tongue.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could drink this all day. What are you tasting, Randy?
She could drink
I
this
think
all
this
day.
is really delicious. Like a Snuggie for my tongue. I'm definitely
That's
getting
enough.
some blood orange, raspberry flavors.
It does have a
Very
light
fruity,
pink.
very
I would not
lively.
consider this a
What are
red.
we drinking here?
Well, this is many brunch lovers'
Rosé.
go-to rosé.
Rosé.
And this rosé has
See how
everything
you
I love
are?
about rosés. It always makes me think of strawberries and sunshine.
And it does not taste like
Okay.
strawberries basically at all, I don't
No.
think. All right, number 1 is a rosé. You wiener.
Interesting. Okay, well, they fooled us. They
They
said
fooled
red.
you because I said it was a red the whole time.
But you know what? Chardonnays are a little bit sweeter like rosés, so that was close enough.
It's not super sweet at all, though, like for sure.
I did think that color was from our red wine that was in the glass.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like an amber color. Stupid light.
Rhonda's with us
here.
today.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, rosé.
Light our faces back
All
up.
right, now let's just like shoot the shit.
Yeah, let's do a little intermission. I want to tell you that I watched Friday Night Lights, the movie, again the other day. It was
There's a
on-
movie?
Yeah, the movie came before the show. You remember? It's very upsetting. Like at the end, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Friday Night Lights, it came out like 15 years ago. They like lose at the end. It's very like sad. You've definitely seen it. It has
don't
what's his ass in
know.
it, Josh, who we love. He was in like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Like, I don't know. But anyways, during that movie, Booby Miles, he's like, I got my new Nikes. My new Nikes. He calls his shoes Nikes.
Oh.
Not Nike. Nikes.
But it's the Nike brand.
It's Nike though, I think. I think maybe we've been saying it wrong the whole time. Maybe it's
Oh,
Nike.
and he's correct.
Yeah, could it be Nike or Nike?
Why don't I remember this? I'm gonna have to like rewatch a trailer. I bet
It's
I
got
have.
fucking like what's his ass? Tim McGraw is like the
Yeah.
dad, and he's like abusive, and
Wait.
yeah, for sure you've seen it. It's just like been a while.
But that show was
I never watched the show.
golden. That show was golden. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was just like any other series that went on too long. The older seasons got a little like, okay, like let's move on here, people. But man, it's so good. I might rewatch it.
I need you to watch the movie.
I bet I have. I just got to think about it a little bit
it's good.
more.
It's a,
But that series,
the name.
oh my gosh.
The name of the football
Honestly?
team, if I said it, you would be like, oh yeah. It's like weird.
Quick question.
Hurry. Quick.
Because I was thinking about like Friday Night Lights and how it's like about a high school cast pretty much, right?
Yeah,
Like
okay.
they're supposed to be in high school and there's like
They're like 35 years
there's like sex scenes, romance scenes, whatever, like things like
Ooh.
that where they're like making out and dry humping or doing whatever that
I never did any of that.
high schoolers do. But my thought is like I feel weird watching scenes like that.
Because they're like, quote, quote, underage.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Like, don't put that in there. It's also,
weird.
I feel about like sex scenes in movies, we get it. You don't have to like show. Like you can just like imply it pretty easily.
Right.
Like a sex scene in a movie, you can
Yeah, I
be
agree.
like, you know, I mean, we understand what happened. You know, you can just like show them in bed,
Right.
like afterwards
They
or whatever.
want to arouse the people.
But
Especially
when you're watching it with your parents.
Like, so, okay, I've been wanting to read the book, but...
There's a book?
No, not Friday Night Lights.
Oh.
So, The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh.
I watched it last summer.
Oh,
like the first season.
show?
The first season came out, but it is based on a book.
Okay.
So I kind of wish I would have read the book and then watched the season, but I loved the season. However, like I'm watching high schoolers make out and I feel weird about like watching them make out.
Well, we actually talked about this when we read Where the Crawdads Sing right before the movie came out. It's weird because she's like 13 or whatever. Yeah. And they don't really imply it too much in the movie. No. But the book is like for sure she's like 14 and he's like 18. And he's being like, well, we can't do this because you need to get a little older or whatever.
Right.
It's just this, like, feral child. I don't know. To me, it, like, felt kind of weird, but...
Yeah, and I get, like, hormones are, like, going on at that time. I don't know. Like, I feel that same way about, like, when you're watching any type of show, and Flint knows this about me. I hate it within, like, a depth of me. When they show rape scenes, I understand that happens. I understand that happens like back in the day. But there are like episodes or like shows that we're watching where it like pops up. I'm like, why did they have to add that?
It's to make you the viewer feel the feeling of like uncomfortableness.
But when it's like here and then gone and like there was no point to it, like I'm like, why is that in there?
Yeah, that's grody. But like I get it. Or, I don't know. I'm not a fucking director of a movie. But, like, I can see why you would put something in there in order to, like, make people feel a certain way.
Right, like sex scenes. Like, I get that.
It makes you feel, like, uncomfortable.
But I feel uncomfortable watching it when it's, like, about teenagers.
Yeah, but also if you're a teenager and you're watching it, like, who's it really made for? Is it made for teenagers? So if you're a teenager and you're watching it...
I would hope not, because I'm not trying to, like, teach my teenager, like, they're having...
Twilight. You know that whole thing happened in the span of, like, 16 months? Like, Bella met Edward, graduated, and had a baby within, like, a year and a half.
Oh, wow. That is wild
to think. Dude, Charlie, protect your daughter. Like, I don't know. But it's super weird. Super weird. But as a teenager, when you watch it, it's a lot better. Right. Like, you're like, I get it, or whatever. Right. But as an adult, when you watch, like, children kiss each other on the lips, you're like, ew. But think about when you were like 16, you were like so in love. You're like, I love it.
Right. No, like when I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty, I'm like, all those like those feelings of like a first love or like a first it's boy that you're. It's so exciting, but like it's still weird. Like I feel weird that I'm watching it.
I don't know.
I cannot be the only one out there that thinks that.
Right, but maybe it's because, like, you have kids and you don't want them to be doing that when they, like, turn 16. You're like, no.
No, it feels like inappropriate that I'm an adult watching teenagers kiss.
Yeah, I suppose. But they're not actually teenagers. Or even if they are, like,
I know.
Their parents put them on TV. That's been making me feel really uncomfortable lately, is, like, watching children on TV shows.
Yeah. If your kid is watching Rome and Diana on YouTube, stop. Immediately.
Dude,
stop immediately. I told Haley, I told you the episode that completely turned me off was they were basically teaching their daughter to step on a scale, see the weight, not be happy with it, so go work out, get back on the scale, still not happy with it, and eat. Yeah, and basically eat carrots and celery. That was the episode.
It's a child.
It's this child.
It's a kid, you can't do that.
And my son has been obsessed with Roma and Diana, and I've never liked it because it's extremely, extremely mindless.
Right,
They're
it's
not
also
learning
weird.
anything. Yeah, and then I saw that episode yesterday, and I was like, nope, we are completely done with YouTube.
Is that the show that like I feel like the dad is way more into it than the kids?
No,
like no,
that's not
a different one.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, I just feel like YouTube people are weird. And also,
that's how Blippi got started, but now Blippi's on like Netflix and Amazon Prime, and he's like teaching them stuff.
He's a dude. I'm saying getting your kids involved. Yeah. Like you're exploiting your children. It's freaking weird. Don't do that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's odd. It might start out with, like, you think your kid is cute and fun and you want to show people how cute and fun your kid is, but then it turns into, like, directing and, like, you want your kid to do this. Like, I told you no crying during this scene. Could you imagine?
Dude, how about adjacent to that, like, TV that I've been watching? I watched the Waco documentary on Netflix, and it's very, very interesting because...
Wait, the one with, like, the cult that was there? Or, like, the...
I mean, it's kind of a cult, yes.
And the shootings? And, like, the police... the
ATF,
people came?
Yes, and they blew the building
Yeah.
up, and it was very, very controversial the way that they went about it.
Yep. Phil and I watched that years ago.
Possible. It might have came out a while ago. I don't know. I just watched it recently, though. But it's interesting because they interview, like, the survivors. And the one girl was, like, 7 when it happened. And her, she's like, my whole family got, like, murdered, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some of the kids got let out.
Yeah.
But still, like, 28 kids died.
Yep.
And it's just interesting to listen from, like, their point of view. Because she's like, I literally had food, water, shelter. I was learning stuff. Like, and the whole thing is like, it almost feels like weapons of mass destruction-y. Like, the ATF or whatever was just mad that these people, like, had a bunch of weapons. But, and I feel weird about that, and I don't think it's right. But also, just because these people are wackadoodles and want to follow the guy that thinks that he's in communication with God and is going to write, like, the gospel and stuff, doesn't mean that the government needs to go in there and basically blow the place up to get those people to, like, stop. I don't know. Let them live their freaking life and be weird and have a cult and raise their kids in it. Like, I don't think... There's a lot of other shit that you can do that's harmful, like putting your freaking kid on YouTube and exploiting them for millions of dollars.
Weren't they doing inappropriate things with kids?
No.
They weren't?
There's no evidence of that.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, that's
Maybe
good to
a
know.
different cult.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure I watched this years ago, so I don't really remember. But, like,
Just
like,
weird.
no, there's, like, a new documentary out, I believe, that's on, like, different cults and, like, survivors from these cults. So, like, I get it. They can be, like, harmful, especially, like, the one that we're watching with the Duggars.
Oh my
And, what's it called?
IBLP. Oh, you mean...
IBLP. Yeah. Yes. And the fact...
Basic life principles or whatever it is. Yeah.
Right. And yes, he, like, said God and, like, did all of that. He wasn't, like, a specific religion, but meaning, like, he could go to, like, the Christians, the Lutherans, like, all of the people to, like, infiltrate. Like, it wasn't...
It's about world domination.
Oh my God, it is literally the craziest thing ever. If you haven't watched it, and it's not really about the Duggars, it's about this.
It's about
cult.
what they're into.
Right.
Because...
And basically, he was, like, the second in line. Like, so what's
you mean Jim Bob.
Yeah, Jim Bob.
Which he is, like, the number one guy now because what's his ass
Yep.
got in trouble for touching kids inappropriately. But you have to think, like, and that's the thing about, like, the Waco documentaries, like, this guy was literally just, like, a religious nut, and I don't think that his goal, but I think he was fucking the wives, but I don't think his goal was to, like, touch kids. But some guys,
Jim Decker?
No.
Jim Bob?
The Waco thing.
Oh, the Waco.
David Koresh.
Yeah.
I think
I knew he was sleeping around.
Right,
Okay,
but I don't think it was about, like, children sex stuff. But I think, like, the IBLP, like, Duggar stuff, like, that was about, like, kid touching and, like, getting your kid alone and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show, take care of your children, people. Watch what they're freaking doing. Because kids are easily manipulated. I do it all the time. Hey, shut up, and I'll give you a sucker.
Adults. Look at how many adults were like, yes, to this guy.
Yeah.
And about the, like, the beating the children and like, the main thing of, like, obedience and obey made me want to throw up. I'm sorry, I'm a parent. What the actual F are these people doing?
It's made me, so, like, recently, Grant, his thing is, like, to tell you no right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't tell me no. But at the same
Do you want to learn how to obey?
Right, and it's like, seriously, it's like, respect my authority, but at the same time, don't tell me no, but know how, it's like teaching him how to set boundaries. Like, it's okay to say no in some situations, but don't just tell him, like, when I'm like, hey, go do this, and he's like, no, I'm like, that was not a request.
Right.
That was, I'm telling you to do something.
And that's why it's hard to be, like, a parent, because you have to find, like, that balance, or, like, that line is, like, easily crossed of, like,
obedience, and that obedience without, like, thought, or, you know, you want them to be obedient, but you don't want them to be mindless.
I don't want them to be obedient because I beat them.
Right. Right. You don't want to
So, like,
threaten.
right now I'm in the phase of he's not obeying me 100%. And there's just nothing I can do about it right now. I'm trying my best.
I put that mother effer
and
in
I'm
timeout.
doing the best that I can. And he'll learn with age. Like,
Right.
as time goes
That's
on.
the
He's
hope.
literally 3 years old, guys. Like, I think about this all the time. He's been alive for 3 years.
Figure it
and
out,
that's
you little... How come you don't know yet?
And for the first year, he was an infant. Breastfeeding. Like, that's
Could
what
you
he was
imagine? Some people beat their little tiny babies. Like,
Oh
that's
my
the
God.
part of the Duggar, like, documentary, too, is that...
The blanket training.
Yes, I knew you were
Oh
gonna
my
say that.
God.
Holy shit. Don't beat your babies. They don't know better, okay?
No, don't smack them from getting off the blanket.
Don't smack your baby.
But it's supposed to take that,
That's the don't say no to me thing.
Yeah.
Like, that takes it away from them. Like, I'm telling you to do something, you obey. It doesn't matter what you want.
no.
If you want that toy, I don't care. I told you no. Even if the temptation is in front of you, I told you no. And it's the same thing of,
And
like,
it's like,
respect
yes,
authority.
that sounds amazing. To
No,
have a kid just to, like, listen to what I have
Where
to say.
where have all the
However,
rebels
I'm
gone?
not trying to, like, break his spirit down. And...
That's the thing. It's
and like
breaking the spirit.
because then it's like, who is he going to be as an adult then? He's going to have to follow someone his whole entire life. I want him to go out and do whatever the F he wants
Right.
in a productive way.
Right.
Like, that's going to just make him happy. I don't want him to, like, just follow the status quo. I don't.
Right. Right. Or be like, this is what my mom thinks is right, so, like, this
Yeah.
is what I should
Or
do.
this is what this church leader is saying to do. Or, like, this IBLP leader's saying to do, so I need to do it. No.
Have
no.
your own opinions. Have
Nope,
your own
nope,
opinions, people. It's okay. Just
It
have your own
is.
opinions.
Ugh.
It's literally the best. Oh, can I tell you? Speaking of, like, your kids and stuff.
Okay.
We might, I don't know, I'll text Kendall to see if she cares, but Kendall and her two friends for her birthday this weekend, they went and got matching tattoos,
Oh.
which was a matchstick, like a bird. I don't know what the deal is, like on the back of their thighs or calves or whatever. And she sent a picture to the group text. My dad texted me this morning and goes, "Is that a crack pipe?" I texted him back and go, "No, it's a matchstick." And he goes, "Oh, I see now." Which, like, he doesn't, it's so funny because my dad, like, he's like anti-tattoo or whatever, but he also is like, he's not gonna, like, freaking disown us for, like, doing
Right.
it. But just made me laugh so hard because he's like,
Right.
in his head, he's thinking his daughter just got a crack pipe tattoo.
Right. Hey, which brings me to, like, my next point. Can we, like, set up a random appointment to get, like,
Tattoos?
yeah.
I'm
Because
into it.
I want one. I'm not going to say what it is. But I just want to get it.
Is it the one we've talked about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes. Like, soon.
Did we do a cheers yet? Let's
No, we
cheers and finish
haven't.
this off.
Cheers. That was a little loud cheers.
Also,
and, like,
it doesn't
blinky.
sound good. Like,
No,
yours-
these are not real.
That sounds better.
It's you have too many fingers on
Mine's
your glass.
glass. What do you mean? Oh!
I told you.
Am I lick my finger and play an instrument?
Should we rinse these out with water?
Nah.
It's fine.
We should rinse our mouths with water, but we're not going to do that either.
Like, hydrate my liver.
well,
Because
what else have I been watching? Killers on Tape, which is on Peacock. It's this Dr. Carlisle interviewed, like, actual serial killers while they were in prison and has, like, tapes of them and stuff. It's pretty wild.
that is wild. But that, like, reminds me, I watched a video of this child molester. He got out and he agreed to be interviewed to talk about how he got these children. And he, like, laid it all out. Like, he talked about
I told
which
him I had
families he
puppies.
infiltrated, which kids he targeted, why he targeted them, and how he did it. Like,
Were
it
you
was
taking
wild.
notes?
Like, to tell my kids, yes, and also for myself. Like,
Yeah.
random buddies, like, hey, yeah, I'm okay to watch your kids. Like, anything you need, I'm here to help. Whatever.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Do you remember my dad telling us, like, I don't care if that guy tells you he has puppies. You never go into his house.
I
Like,
don't
down on the
remember.
corner.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about?
I remember, like, that was, like, a big no-no. Like, we don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. Like, I don't know were those rumors true about him?
There's a list. I mean, you can look
Is
that
he
up.
on the list?
Yeah.
God bless America. And I know I've mentioned him multiple times on this episode.
You have.
But the creepy old man that isn't him, that was, like, around Colfax. I'm going to have to ask Mom. I have to ask Mom. She'll know.
Yeah, she'll be like, oh, that guy.
But he was definitely on the list.
There's like a lot of them on the list in Colfax. Don't look it up. It's funny because I know one of them. So it's like a long story kind of thing. Like, anyways, he's fine. Like, the reason that he's on there is for, like, peeing in a park or whatever. You know what I mean? Not like a thing. And the cop goes, "You're not the one I'm worried about." And we always go, "Who are you worried about? Can you tell us?" Like,
Yes,
scared.
please. That's for my safety. Also for, like, the kids' safety. Please just be, like, upfront about who you're...
All right, we're cracking open number 5.
Do we need to aerate? No, maybe
is
the
that
swirl, because
cheating?
you're supposed to swirl.
Yeah.
Maybe. Man. I just
love it.
don't get it. I don't get...
Just love it. Love that we have to, like, be on the lookout at
This
all
is
times.
very light. This
Yeah.
is a light red.
Yeah. All
supposed
right,
to-
let me take my notes. Let me get my little note.
Write my notes
out.
down, too. So, C.
Clarity. Oh, it's definitely, like, I would say this is brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I would consider this brilliant.
Yeah,
Whatever
it
that
looks
means.
very, like, ruby-y.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ruby red.
Yeah, color ruby red.
Yep. Legs. Legs.
Yeah, you do the legs. I'll do the arms.
I would say that the legs
faint?
are faint.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Faint.
maybe. Hold on. Let me try that again. No. Okay. I would say in the middle. I would say
No, they're
No, they're
super
faint.
faint.
They're
Yeah,
faint.
you can't even like see them on the side after you swirl.
color intensity. I would say medium.
Yeah, it's not like super dark red, but for sure medium. Aroma intensity.
Ooh, that's powerful.
Powerful, yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Are we about to become sommeliers?
We are.
Can
oh
you
my gosh,
spell sommelier?
I would love sommelier. I would love to become one.
Oh, really? I don't think they have to spit it out.
I'll
never
swallow.
seen it? I'm a sommelier and I swallow. You can do that on OnlyFans.
Okay, so sip.
Sip. Ooh. Ooh, flavor intensity. Medium. It's a little dry.
Yeah. I think it's a cab.
Acidity. Medium. It is a little bit acidic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweetness. Definitely dry.
Yeah, I would say dry.
Body.
Medium.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not like super. Like a Merlot will like take your breath away.
Yeah.
Aromas. Meat.
I would say like a blackberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go with blackberry for sure. It's very like strong. It'll almost burn your nose hairs, you know? Like
I also
alcohol.
Spice, like a spice.
Yeah.
Maybe a little chocolate.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would also say a little smoky.
Yeah, not like woody, but smoky.
No. So does that kind of go with earthy?
Nah, I don't know if it's super earthy, but
Maybe a little florally.
yeah, it's definitely smoky for sure.
I
Flavors.
just hear myself sniffing.
Such great podcasting. Earth, definitely in the flavor.
Oh, okay, so flavors now.
Yeah. I would go smoky flavor for sure, too. Smells smoky, tastes smoky.
And spice, a little bit of a spice, like black pepper almost.
Yeah, just about. There's like a little bite to it.
Yeah.
almost like there's some kind of like cherry or plum or some kind of berry happening.
Yeah, like a blackberry almost.
Yeah, I'd say blackberry. Okay. To summarize, sweetness, alcohol, or acidity. It definitely tastes more like alcohol-y, I think.
I would agree.
Definitely moderately complex.
Yeah.
Finish.
But what does that mean to finish?
Like it lingers, I think.
It does. It definitely does.
Yeah, almost long.
Yeah.
I'd put a long finish on it. Quality, good.
Yeah.
Preference.
I
like
love
it.
this. I would drink it again.
Love. All right. Let's whip out the video. Oh my God.
So for you, while you're doing that, do you like sweeter stuff?
Yeah.
I like dry.
You
Give me
drink-
all of the dry.
Yeah, but you
Make me go like this.
into like a dry wine kind of gal but since we've started like
This wine is
aerating.
obviously
Yeah.
much darker than the rosé.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
still fairly light. I can still see my watch through this glass of wine.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
I can still
And on
see
the
it.
nose, I'm picking up cranberry, red raspberry, and some sweet black cherry.
Black cherry. You said
I
blackberry.
can really taste the black and red fruit notes in this wine.
Yes,
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, and I'm getting an herbaceousness and perfume on the palate. It's like a bouquet of flowers in my mouth.
I still see
And the
it.
acidity is just right with some
Maybe a
prickly
cap.
tannin.
Tannins
Tannins.
versus acids. Remind everyone at home the difference between the two.
Interesting. We're
Well,
about to
when I
learn.
explain acid and tannin to someone, I like to refer to a couple of different sensations that you get on your palate. Think about a time that you drank something with some citrus in it. Citrus has a lot of acid in it and gives you a very juicy sensation in the mouth. Now, think about the last time that you drank some black tea. That grip that you experience
I
on the sides
never-
of the tongue,
No.
those are tannin.
Who the
Tannin is
F
very
is
different
drinking
and
black
lives in a
tea?
lot of food and drinks that we taste every day.
There's tannin in Colfax water.
So what variety are we tasting here?
Well, Randy, it's your favorite. It's Pinot Noir.
Yes,
Oh my
it is.
God, we just
Elegance
fucking
and
drank a
black.
Pinot Noir before we
Pinot Noir
okay.
is
Wait,
oldest
hold
of
on.
grape varieties, and like many historical wines, came to the Old World by way of either the Romans or the Catholic Church. It's also a very thin-skinned grape, very difficult to grow. Its heartland is in Burgundy, France. A couple of other fun regional synonyms for Pinot Noir are Pinot Nero in Italy and Spätburgunder in Germany.
A
Wow.
lot of great information there. This is so different from the last.
This
Pinot
guy looks
Noir
like he
we
can't
had
wait
the
for this
first
to be
taste
over.
of it. It's
Yeah, he
juicier,
doesn't-
it's leaner.
he-
Why is that, Liz?
She's
Maybe the more
natural.
he gets-
He's like,
The more he gets drunk, maybe the better it'll get.
Right.
Like after the fifth
ooh, but
taste.
I like this. Okay, so I went through a big Pinot Noir phase.
What'd you
Probably
just say?
Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. It's getting worse each time. You say it.
Pinot Noir.
Yeah, Pinot Noir. I don't get what you're
Sounds
hearing.
like a disease that you're saying. Pinot
Pinot
Noir.
Noir.
Good job. No.
Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Maybe I've never been able to say it.
Pinot Noir.
I used to be really into that, and that would be only what I ordered going anywhere,
Oh, interesting.
like for dinner.
yeah.
From like Flint and I's engagement until probably like
Circa 2019.
right, and then COVID happened, and then I became a huge cab fan.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
I love a good cab.
Even though you couldn't spot it, you acted like
No.
this was a cab.
I did, but I bet this one is. I bet this last one is. We'll find out,
But you're
everyone.
about to find out. But honestly, so far, I mean, we were wrong. It's not very chocolatey. Berry, we definitely got like the berry,
Yeah.
smoky, peppery, maybe kind of. I don't know. They didn't really say any of
Yeah,
those
they didn't
words,
say
but-
any of them. I wish they would go down.
Right, and like tell us how right or wrong we were for
Right.
sure. And I still am not really.
Okay, so this is
Knowing.
called sip and sample. So sip and sample. Get it, like do better. Do better on your videos, please.
Go, why are you selling your shit at Sam's? It should be more like.
But I will
Casey's.
say this would be so fun to have as like a girls' night.
Yeah, I'm
And,
pretty
like,
sure that's
watch
like
the
what the
video.
point is.
Right, what the point is for sure. So I'm just trying to sell the people. Go to Sam's Club and buy like these packs,
Dude,
and
there's
then
a
do
lot,
it
like-
with like you and a couple of your girlfriends because
We're-
that would be so much fun.
And we're each having a glass. I mean, it's half a bottle, but still. I mean,
I'm gonna be shit faced before this episode ends.
Yeah, we're just gonna be another little
Yeah.
hit. Like, what are we gonna do with the rest of this shit?
Drink it.
Yeah, it's true.
That's just what we're gonna have to
be a
do.
long night, kids.
I baked us, or I haven't baked it yet, but I'm making French bread, and that will soak up.
So this
all the alcohol.
goes into like the next little side note that
what's your side note?
I was thinking. So I've been trying to do more meal planning because
Same, dude, same. That's so funny because last week I wrote on Sunday, 2 days ago actually, not last week, I wrote down what we were having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yes.
Monday through Saturday.
Wow, isn't that freaking amazing? Because
it is.
I don't know about you, but like I always went to the grocery store with my dad. I still go to the grocery store with my dad, and he buys the same 50 items that he's bought since I was 0 years old. And he just like willy-nilly, he just has this shit all in his fridge and like throws together the same meals that he has. And so I'm trying to like branch out and like try new shit, especially now. Like I've been looking on Pinterest,
TikTok. I love TikTok. All I will do on TikTok, I don't even scroll on TikTok. All I will do is go to TikTok, go to the search button, and search whatever thing I'm like interested in,
some recipe or something,
and then I will just find a recipe that they're able to like show me what they do, give me the recipe, and that's it. It's better than going to someone's article, scrolling to then find the ingredient list and then figure out what I don't know. Like I'm more of like I just want a video,
visual.
quick video and a quick recipe.
Yeah, and I want to watch somebody make it.
Yes,
because it's 10 times easier. Then in my brain, I can picture it when I'm like doing the recipe myself. Yeah, and Pinterest has been like 10 out of 10. Yeah. So I've been trying to like actually meal plan. I bought this cute little notebook from Five Below, and so I wrote out meals. And then I'm writing my grocery list according to these meals. Because I'm like, all right, here's 4 meals for lunch. Here's 4 meals for dinner. Here's all the ingredients I need to make this.
Yeah.
So in theory, there should be no food waste at the end.
Right.
Like I'm trying to HelloFresh myself.
And I'm also making sure that I schedule one day in a week where we eat all of the leftovers. Whatever's left over in the fridge, that's what we're eating. And
Right, because it's inevitable. There's going to be leftovers happening.
There totally is. And it also just kind of like takes the stress away of like, because I was just going to the grocery store and just kind of like buying things that I know are staples and it's nice, but then sometimes they go to waste and I'm like, shit, well,
I should have made this meal, but I didn't have this ingredient.
Exactly. So it's like just like planning those out and then going to the grocery store, and then also like, because there are some things that you buy that are in bigger bulk, so it's like coordinating like, okay, well, I can use that also with this meal because I know I'll have enough left over.
Right.
Which is so nice.
And everything is made for 4. It's hard to cook for Patrick and I. Like it's like that we always have leftovers. He's not super good about eating leftovers, which thank God we bought a vacuum sealer for ourselves for Christmas maybe 2 years ago.
That's also a great way to...
Yeah, so I just freeze meals that I've already made, and I know we're not going to eat the leftovers. Okay, fine, freeze it, and then later on, boom, just get it out, heat it up, and you have a meal already ready to go. Yeah. It's the best. And that's good for camping, too. And then it's like, even we're going to go camping this weekend, and I'm pretty sure we do have some pulled pork in the freezer. I was thinking about, like, I'm going to go check it out, and that's already pre-cooked. Yeah. So, like, I'm going to go look and see, because then that's super easy. And that's one less thing that I don't have to buy at the store. What if I wanted that gnat in my wine for protein?
It was a fly.
Oh, I thought it was a gnat. I don't have my glasses on. You don't have glasses on either. You don't
I think I need glasses. No, but I know I talked about in the couple episodes ago where it was like normalizing stay-at-home moms or homemakers or whatever, and which I hope you guys all enjoyed that episode. I feel like I didn't really get my point across as well as what I would have hoped.
Interesting.
But it was mostly because like when you are a homemaker and like taking care of your home, like you're making all of your shit from scratch, everyone, and that takes all day long a lot of the time.
Right.
When you're making everything from scratch.
There's a timeline between
it just takes so much time.
Right.
And that's the healthy way to feed your family, unfortunately.
Right. Unless you go on Pinterest and you find 21 600 or less calorie meals that you can cook in 20 minutes, and then it's like the same 5 ingredients 4 different ways or whatever. It's kind of funny what I've been finding. But
I like when I wrote out my list of things, I was like, oh my gosh, this just makes my life so much easier. Because then I can also plan for like the items that take longer to make, like bread, for example. Especially if you're doing anything with sourdough, it takes a longer time to rise. It takes a longer time to like do its thing. That like I can be like, okay, I know we need this then. So like I can plan ahead and have it ready versus, oh shit, it's not ready in time. Like I forgot we were gonna do this, or you know, this is the last minute whatever. But
yeah,
oh my gosh, we did Philly cheesesteaks again on the Blackstone.
Yum.
And we had the buns were my French loaf buns that I'm making. And
good job.
It was
Who are you?
It was just phenomenal. Like,
isn't that great that you learned all that? Nobody taught you.
Right.
Like you learned.
Right. I'm glad I was inspired from Darby and Dad making it. And Dad would like majority of the time, like what we would get from Dad was like his pizza crust because it was so good. And we're like, okay, well, maybe we'll try and do it. And like, I've also had a couple of friends reach out and be like, it inspires me when you post things on your like social media about like what you're making with your sourdough, because I recently got a sourdough starter and like I'm like, it's overwhelming, which it is at first. It's extremely overwhelming.
How do I keep it alive?
Right, exactly. But if you have a good a good sourdough starter, it should be so resilient. And like I just read this one thing maybe last week where it was like, stop taking it so seriously and do it for fun.
Right.
Because that's the point.
Not the end of the world.
And it's like, what do I do with the sourdough discard? What do I do with all of this? It's like, take a deep breath.
No big deal.
And just have fun with it.
Right.
Like, literally, everyone, I make the best sourdough crepes. It's literally sourdough discard. It's like, so if you're making it for like one person, it's like 75 grams of the sourdough discard, 1 egg, and like a tablespoon or maybe a little bit more of maple syrup. Whisk it extremely well. It like that, you'll know once the batter is extremely thin, because that's like what a crepe is. It is so delicious.
Only makes me think of Talladega Nights.
So good.
Like crepes. Never. It's like a thin pancake. Oh my god. So
but my boys love them too, and it's so quick, it's so easy, it's very simple. But
the little things, and you can like dress them up and stuff.
And like that's like the main point is like that people in today's day don't have the time or the energy,
especially if you're working 8 hours a day and you take
like
2 hours to commute,
to make all of the things, to do all of the things like that a home.
Throw back to our other episode,
right? To do
staying at home,
and so it's like I hope I am inspiring people by like,
you can do it too.
You can do it. Like taking a pay cut is scary.
But is money
so
everything?
Scary.
No.
Right. Just figure out what's really important to you, and then like fill up your time instead of watching shows because you can't pay for Netflix anymore. Just bake some bread.
Shows are so good. You know what I do? Ever since I got an iPad, which I love my freaking iPad. Oh my god, I literally do everything on it. I read books, I watch videos, like I do all the shit. But when I'm like doing house stuff throughout the day, I'll take my iPad and like carry it around with me, and like sometimes I'll watch a show. I've even I think I have diagnosed myself with ADHD, and so I got like this little timer. But I also, there's videos of people cleaning their house, and so you put on a video of somebody cleaning their house, and then it makes you want to like clean too. Yeah, and so you can do that for like 5 minutes. But like video, like podcasts, audiobooks. Like, I take it around with me, around the house, and I just, like, it's my little companion and helps me do things.
No, I love that, which is so funny because when I don't feel like doing anything around the house or cooking, I will put on Magnolia Table or Fixer Upper. Those two shows will, like,
and, Chip.
will definitely get me motivated to be like, okay, yeah.
If they can do it, I can do it too, because she has a bazillion kids and probably only 6 people on staff. Sorry, Joanna, don't come after me.
I love Joe.
Yeah, but don't you
good
think
old Joe.
it's probably not? It's not what it seems.
Oh, for sure. Nothing is what it seems when it comes to reality TV or whatever. Like, when people are, like, showing their true self, they're not really showing their true self on TV. It's all edited. It's
Also, actually,
you also know, like, a camera's on you. Like, we know a camera's on us. Like,
I'm definitely not acting like I would in real life. But I love Fixer Upper because they'll have the one Mexican guy that, like, clearly doesn't speak Spanish. And it's like they definitely told his
they call him Shorty.
3 amigos to go, like, hey, will you guys stand behind the camera real quick while we do a video with Shorty? And then they can get back in there and start drywalling and shit.
So like, Shorty was always in, like, their seasons, right? Shorty was, like, their second
He's the
hand
guy
man almost.
hanging on the rafters and shit.
And they, so when they did Fixer Upper Welcome Home, which was their newest season, like, newest
I've not seen it.
spinoff.
Okay.
Because it's on Magnolia Network, it's on HBO or whatever. And they, like, one episode, they were working on someone's house, and Shorty came on, and they're like, since, like, we started everything, Shorty has actually gone off and, like, started his own business, like, doing his own thing. Like, he's doing great.
Good for you.
And they're like, they wanted him to come on to, like, show, like, he's, like,
Muy
doing
bien. Muy bien.
Yeah. I love
Try
it.
your wine so we can move on to the next one.
You have wine left?
Yeah, and you have more wine left.
We're not in, like, a hurry. How long have we been on here?
51 minutes.
No, we have not.
We can't shut the fuck up.
This is why we started a podcast, I think, everyone.
So at least it feels like we're, like, putting it out there. Sorry, I'm cleaning off my wine mustache. Does anybody else shave their mustache with those, what do you call them, little face razor thingies that you can get?
Yeah.
What are they called?
They're that's
Face razor thingies?
Yeah.
I said it the other day at the bar. It actually made me laugh, I think, more than my boss at the bar. I was like, damn, I'm feeling like it's a little
prickly?
Yeah. Well, it was the day of, and I was like, I'm a little red and, like, sweaty right here, ain't I? And he like looked at me like, what? And I was like, well, I shaved my mustache today. And he was like, I was like, so, yeah, duh. I take the little razor and just, like, shave it off.
Right before Cabo, because I was, like, looking at all of the things, right?
What do you mean?
Right before Cabo, like, to get ready for a trip. Oh, like, what should I do to get ready for a trip? Okay. And, like, one of the things was, like, shave your peach fuzz.
No.
Right? Or, like, get your peach fuzz off.
What is
which
it called?
Also,
dermaplaning.
Yeah, which also, like, includes, like, this area, like, your mustache area.
And the underneath, I have a little Fu Manchu.
And, like, wherever. And so I bought this electric thing.
Oh.
And it definitely worked, and it made my skin, like, pretty soft. But I was like, I don't see, like, so big of a difference because it was all like, your makeup will look flawless. I just don't see that big of a difference.
My thing is, when I sweat, you can see it bead up on my little
hairs,
mustache hairs. Like, if I had black hair, it would be a big deal. But I don't. Yeah. I'm, like, blonde. But, I mean, I can grow a pretty mean stash. But I have, like, peach fuzz. I mean, I'm, like, a hairy individual. I have hair on my knuckles. I have hair on my toes.
Me too.
But thank God it's blonde. Like, Patrick, he doesn't have hair on his knuckles. I have more hair.
I do.
Yeah.
See, Doug always gets stuck in it. And it hurts.
Ew.
Because the dough dries in my hair.
Not stuck in your hairs. But my mustache, like, I don't really notice it until it's, like, summertime, and then I'm, like, sweating, and then I feel like everybody can see it because the sweat is, like,
I've known you for 25 years probably at this point, and I don't think I've ever
been like,
seen
wow, Haley, your mustache is really rocking this summer.
Sweat a bead in your mustache.
Yeah, I just recently got into that though, the, like, dermaplane thingy where I can, I just do it all around the lip area and maybe, like, in between the eyebrows. Because I do have one eyebrow.
I will do my little, like, so I have, like, nose scissors.
You do that? Yeah. I've been thinking about it.
Dude, my nose hairs poke out. I gotta trim them.
So you just do scissors?
So I used to have, like, a thing that would like, razor it down. But then I was like, those hairs are really supposed to help, like, black stuff coming in. Right. So I just trim them.
Interesting. All right, I need to get into this.
But But like when days are bad, like or like I'm like, oh shit, I have to get ready for something and
Trim
I
your
don't.
nose.
So like I'll trim my nose hairs. I'll trim like in between my eyebrows because I know those suckers are long. And like right
my
up here,
God.
I'll trim like if you're watching
Your
the
eyebrows
video,
grow long?
Trim.
Mine
Yeah.
grow long.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I haven't had my eyebrows done since before we went to Mexico.
I haven't had my eyebrows done in probably
Is
years.
that Coda?
Yeah, where is he at?
I don't know. Coda.
Is he stuck in the basement?
I don't think so. I saw him like walking around. Maybe he's jealous.
Oh.
Oh, you're literally just sitting.
Because sometimes, like, his leg hurts and he wants some help.
Coda Woda. Poor babies. Are his nails long?
Yeah.
Get him cut.
Lay down, buddy.
Chug your wine so we can move on to the next one an hour and a half later.
Dude, I don't think people care how long our episodes are
Oh,
anymore.
I thought you were going to say, dude, I don't think anybody's listening at this point.
Which I hope you are. Please.
If you're
keep
still listening, but wait, there's more.
Also, wait, before, like, we keep going. Coda, I need you to choose what you're going to do, bud.
Chill, brother.
All I want to say is that I feel like, okay, if people need us to extend our merch thing, we will.
Oh, yeah. Well, this will be out after.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess.
I think we'll extend it another week.
A week.
Yeah.
So if you're listening right now and you haven't bought any of our merch, hurry up. Because after this episode, you cannot buy it anymore. After
The Saturday after.
Yeah,
Whatever day it is.
whatever the date is.
Yeah, so I just feel like let's give the people one more week.
Maybe we haven't like promoted it.
We
enough.
haven't. We haven't.
People,
We haven't done a good
if
job.
you're listening and you want a Midwest Happy Hour t-shirt or sweatshirt, go to midwesthappyhour.squarespace.com and buy one of our shirts or
go to our
sweatshirts.
merch tab.
It's either $17 for a t-shirt or $30 for a sweatshirt. There's
Which is
no
a good
tax.
deal. It's
Yes.
like the champion brand of sweatshirts.
It's
for
good.
next.
Yeah, we did like the good quality, you know,
Yeah.
like the nice ones that you
Yeah,
want.
like this
so.
one that I'm wearing.
With dog hair all over it.
Yeah, but no one can see.
No,
this
and
one
I don't
I'm
think anybody can see the dog hair all over my shirt either,
No,
hopefully.
it's
So.
fine. It's fine.
But yeah, go buy our freaking merch. It's the
Yes,
only
do
merch we
it.
got.
Everyone. So I'm confused because a lot of people ask us for merch. And
Where are you?
The people that asked haven't actually made purchases. Other people have made purchases.
If you asked us for merch and you haven't made a purchase, thank you for listening.
yes, we appreciate you still.
It's no problem.
No.
We'll figure it out.
No. Also want to throw out, like, if you don't want to pay for shipping and you live in central Illinois,
We'll get it to you.
yeah, we'll get it to you.
We'll figure it out. We'll take a road trip to your house or somewhere else if you don't want us to come to your house. We'll meet you at a gas
Accurate,
station
yeah.
or something.
And if I don't want you to come to my house,
We'll meet you at a gas station or something. But we'll get it to you. We'll get you the shirt or the sweatshirt, like whatever you want to do.
And it's like, it's also for men. I know there's champagne glasses on there, so it looks like a little girly, but
It's cute.
it's cute, and boys wear it. Like, I will make Flint wear a
I will
sweatshirt.
make Patrick wear a t-shirt.
Like, that you
Come
just
on.
wear it.
You people. Also, no. Yeah, cut it up. Make it cool.
Yeah, I
Make
don't
it
care.
like
Yeah,
a-
cut it up.
Cut the sleeves
A
off.
cut off.
Like you're in junior high again and make
Yeah.
it like so you see your little side belly
Yeah.
and stuff and
Yeah.
it's cute and you can like run around in it and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Also, if you want to do, okay.
Oh my
So
God.
Haley and I are going on a float trip.
Yes, female Friday fun day float.
Yes,
Central
that's
Illinois.
exactly what it's called.
Listen up.
Yes, and then you float down the Mackinac, and it's for prostate cancer. I know that's for males, and this is a female
This is
float
about
only.
It's called Save the Males. I mean, this is about the lady that started it. Her husband and her son had prostate cancer,
yeah, and
so
her
that's why she
son
started it.
passed away from it.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Maybe even her husband. I don't know. And the guy that was like the photographer,
He had it,
prostate
yeah.
cancer. I mean, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, and
it's
so
rampant.
they have hundreds of women that do this float,
Hundreds.
Yes.
Literally.
and it is so much fun.
It's the best. Like literally, if you're a fan, hit us up.
Hit us up, and we'll send you to the link on how to sign up and how to like get into the float.
Also, if you're not weird, we'll get you there. And maybe back.
Yes, that also means you are really not weird. We want to have a fun time.
For real, like it's a super fun float. Like you kayak. You can rent kayaks. Canoes are fine. I wouldn't recommend a canoe.
No.
Kayaks are like way better. There's no like inner tubing or anything. But seriously, you start at the Legion, which is like
In Mackinac?
at Deer Creek.
Deer
It's
Creek,
the Deer
yes.
Creek Legion, yeah. And so you start there. She does a speech. We do shots. You can have drinks.
Oh my gosh, it's
like,
so much fun. There's music playing. It's 10 a.m. Music playing. Shots are being like tossed around, like Jello shots, and like some alcohol that's in a jug. She's pouring down people's throats. It's so much fun.
And
then
it's
they
all
have,
girls.
but then they also have someone come talk about like prostate cancer, like they did last year.
They had a lady from the Prostate Cancer Foundation of
Yeah.
Chicago, which is what we donate to. That was the first time.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh, okay.
there 3 or 4 times. I think that was the 4th year
Yeah.
that I went. And she said we've raised over $200,000 in the 8 years.
That is amazing.
that it's been going on. Yeah. And they also do, for the boys, I don't know anything about it, but I have heard that they do a breast cancer float.
Okay.
The men do a breast cancer
Yeah.
float, like for the ladies. But this is all women only. The men are just volunteers.
Yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
they'll help us get to and from,
Put
and
you
also
in,
like help like
take you out.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a super, super good time. You start at the Legion, and then all these men have like their trucks and trailers. Like one year there was a school bus,
Yeah.
and they give you a ride back down to the Mackinac. You get in your boat, you float for a couple hours. There's the wiener slingers.
Yes, so
get a
you
hot
stop
dog,
and you get a hot dog, which is much needed because you're probably drinking
2 hot dogs.
alcohol. Yeah, oh yeah, we had 2 hot dogs
For
last time.
donation only, yeah. And then you get back on the river and you just float down. I mean, and there's a DJ, there's food at the Legion when everything gets over. I mean, it is literally great. Just look up Female Friday Fun Day Float, 9th annual.
Or just reach out to us and we'll send you the info.
Everything is on Facebook. It's a $25 donation,
For
which
a
is like your
t-shirt.
t-shirt in order to enter. And then she wants everybody to bring a $50 donation, which I sold koozies, and I also bought a men's t-shirt to raffle off with a case of beer. I've raised $200.
Already?
Yeah, and like I got it like a week ago.
Oh.
I've sold all my koozies.
So thanks for my $50 donation.
Yeah, for real. Like I've sold all my koozies.
That was quick.
Like it took me 2 days. I sold 14 in one day, and I sold 5 the next day. And then I was like, oh shit, I need to save one for myself because I ordered 20 koozies. So
Wow.
yeah, all gone. I'm already good.
I'm good
to go.
I'm good too.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be freaking great. So if like you want to
Perfect.
go, do
Yes.
it.
Okay, here's the last one. Here's the third sip and sample from Sam's
Twist.
Club.
Twisty.
Okay, this one looks a deeper red.
Yeah, it looks more
I'm just gonna guess it's a cab.
purpley. I'm gonna go with.
Give me
like,
a little bit more. You gave yourself more. My
your glass is
bigger.
big. Okay, so we
Ooh,
see.
this one's rim stays long.
Oh, this is very dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very dark, but I wouldn't say it's hazy.
So see, hazy.
Can I still see my microphone?
No, I would consider this hazy.
Hazy. All right. Hazy.
Color.
Ruby red.
Yeah,
for
ruby
sure.
red for sure.
Or even like
What's amber?
that's like the mosquito in Jurassic Park.
This is
Is in amber.
This is amber.
Yeah.
The legs are pronounced. They are.
Yeah, I
They
can
are,
already
I
see
see
them
'em.
on the side of my glass. Wow, my
This is a
handwriting
cab. This is
like
a cab. I know.
oh my god, the color intensity.
I'm so excited.
It's
okay.
dark.
Yes. Sniff.
Aroma.
Oh, that's powerful.
Wow, very
Yeah, yeah.
alcohol-y. Oh my god.
Sip. Okay, I'm excited to sip it. Yeah, that's a cab. That is a cab.
It's medium intensity on the flavor, I would say. Acidity. It's pretty acidic.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why I have indigestion.
Take some more magnesium.
No. I can tell the people the tale because then if they learn from me, thank
Right.
God.
It's pretty dry.
Write down. I have to tell my story. Okay, sweetness. Yeah, it's dry. body. Full. I would say this is full body.
Full body for sure. Aroma. Very much alcohol.
I would say spice.
Yeah. It's definitely like burning the nose hairs, you know? I don't really know. Like, I don't have like a good nose. I don't
maybe
think.
chocolate. Yeah, maybe chocolate.
Yeah. How about
Maybe not smoky, but maybe.
it's some kind of berry, like cherry?
Oh yeah,
I'd
like
say
cherry.
cherry.
Yeah.
Like cherry wood, kind of. Flavors. I don't know.
I would say
Does it taste
spice,
like bacon?
like a spice, like some sort of spice, like
Oh, should we? Here, let's convert. Let's
oh yeah,
spices: clove, nutmeg, licorice, cinnamon, pepper, vanilla.
maybe a little bit of vanilla.
Miller.
Ew.
Excuse me.
I would say oak, maybe.
Old Band-Aid. Is it giving old Band-Aid?
Oh, there's Lacey.
Grass. I'm getting grass.
Earth. The earth. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely. I
This
put
one's
earth
hard.
on like all of them. I think. Yeah, which makes me think it's like a cab for sure. Sweetness, alcohol,
It is, because
or
what
acidity.
other reds are there? Has that stopped?
Low battery mode. Wow, you let your phone die, you freaking wiener. Who knows what? Who knows?
Dead?
Who knows? Who knows what was happening in that time?
I don't think it was paused. I would hope not. That fucking fuck. Okay.
It's definitely acid. Like
Yeah,
it's drying my mouth out.
for sure.
It's moderately complex.
I would say it's complex. We're having a hard time identifying.
All right. Complex. The finish is moderate.
Yeah. Quality, I would say. I'm good. What's excellent? I
I'm
don't
really
know.
confused. Yeah. Preference. I like it.
I really like it. I would drink this
All right.
again.
Wine number.
I would drink this with my chocolate night. I have chocolate bars up in my nightstand.
Those salted or sea salt caramel.
Yep.
Yum. Dun, dun, dun.
All right,
Fast
here
forward.
they come.
Tops off. I'm already seeing a deeper red color, much darker than the Pinot Noir.
Thanks.
And on the nose, it already smells very juicy to me. A lot of red fruit and a bit of florality.
Yes, a lot
Okay.
of red fruits popping
Yeah.
out of this glass.
I guess
Let's
that's-
see what we're tasting from this tantalizing red wine.
Analyzing.
Analyze. It's like they can't wait to
This
taste
has
it.
a really rich texture, a good amount of grip with a decent amount of acid to
Good amount
balance
of grip.
everything out. It's a real powerhouse of wine, Liz.
Agreed.
Powerhouse.
I'm getting juicy red fruit, some tart cherry, black plum skin, and blue flowers. Wow, that's a lot going on there. It has kind of this purpley flavor, too.
Yeah.
Purpley? Purpley's a flavor?
Yeah.
Who knew that?
Yes. If you listen closely to a sommelier talk about wine, you'll hear them use all kinds of unique ways to describe the aromatics and flavors.
Yeah, which makes
Colors
no
become
sense.
flavors, textures become aromas.
Right.
Great. I'm looking forward to impressing my friends
I'm
with
sure
my
you
sound
are.
speak the next time we all get together.
God,
before
this
you
sounds
get
sounds-
excited
he
about
looks
your
really
smell,
excited
let's see
about
if you
it.
can guess what this wine is.
Guess it.
You know, I'm not sure. Is it Cabernet? Is it Merlot? There's a lot happening.
It's not
in this
Merlot.
No.
glass That's throwing me off.
Right. Well, you may have guessed it, but we have another blend here. This is a California red blend.
Oh,
I knew
just a
it.
red.
All those complex flavors and aromas had me a bit suspicious.
Well, this blend is
wanted-
made up of 60% Cabernet Sauvignon, 20% Merlot, 15% Grenache, and 5% Syrah.
60%
And just like the
Cabernet.
white blend, each
Okay,
of
well,
these
he
grapes
was close.
Their Merlot really
Something
makes
unique.
your mouth go. You know, like
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
Merlot.
I do like
part that's
Merlot,
like-
but man, I do.
if we
love
aerated
a
it,
red.
this would be like 27 times better.
Yeah, like really opened. I wonder why they don't do that with like when you're tasting,
What do you mean?
like aerate anything.
Are you sure they don't?
They would have told us to aerate it if we have the ability.
Oh. But
I
that's
would
probably
think.
not like tried and true to like wine tasting. Here we go in the intermission of drinking this wine. Have you heard about all the alien news lately?
No. Nope. Tell me all about it.
Bro, okay, first of all, like a week ago, this man, David Grush, he came out as like a whistleblower and was like, they not only have technology, like they have intact and pieces of alien spacecraft, like the U.S. government.
I believe it.
They're trying to re-engineer and they're hiding it from the American people.
I believe that.
He came out and was like, this is what it is, people. They're trying to hide it from you. And like, I'm here to say.
Wait,
that,
like, how does he know this?
So he was.
How is he credible?
Oh, he is. Let me.
So credible.
Yes, literally, he is like so credible. Okay. No, I got this. Okay. So, but what made me suspicious was the first website that I found this on was the debrief.org.
Okay.
Which is like super weird because it's not like a mainstream thing, but mainstream media has picked this up. So the title of the article is Intelligence Officials Say U.S. Has Retrieved Craft of Non-Human Origin.
Okay.
So David Grush, he's 36 years old, decorated former combat officer in Afghanistan. He is a veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency and the National Reconnaissance Office. He served as the Reconnaissance Office's representative to the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force from 2019 to 2021. So, like, this dude would know some shit. He said the task force was established to investigate what were once called unidentified flying objects and are now called unidentified anomalous phenomenon, or UAPs. But he basically was like, they have craft that are intact or like in pieces, and we're trying to reverse engineer all this stuff, and like it's weird that they're hiding it from the American public. And like, granted, Newsweek picked it up, or News Nation, which, like, I mean, it's fine. It's not, but also, who cares if CNN or Fox News picks it up? Like, just because they're mainstream doesn't mean it's not real. Just because they don't pick it up.
And also, I don't believe anything that they say anyway.
Right. Also, just in the last, like, couple days, on the news, this is, like, national news, a UFO landed in Las Vegas. There were multiple 911 calls, and one guy has a video of a alien out by his truck. Like, video.
Wait, when did this happen?
Yeah, like, not that long. I mean, like, last weekend or whatever.
Okay, you're gonna have to show me when we get done.
Yeah, it's a freaky. Shit is coming out. Like, aliens are real, bro.
I believe it. Oh, they're bringing my toothpaste.
Oh, you ordered toothpaste from Amazon?
Yeah, fluoride free, and I wanted to make sure that it had the stuff in it that helps rebuild your teeth.
You want fluoride free so that way the fluoride doesn't cover up your pineal gland, which is probably your third eye?
No. No. I want to put something in my mouth that I shouldn't be afraid to swallow.
That's the end of the episode.
Well, if it has
I'm going to tell Flynn that you said
if it has fluoride in it, you don't want to swallow it.
Fluoride is in your drinking water. And that's what they say, is that they put fluoride in the water so that it calcifies your pineal gland so that your third eye is not open.
Like, I just want to move to some place that doesn't exist and live there with a homestead and no one to, like, fuck with anything that's supposed to be fucked with.
Yeah. Right?
Man.
Well water, just in case. Well water is pretty controversial too, though. Like, well water, sometimes, like, cats die in your well.
Sometimes that just happens.
So your well water isn't great.
But that's what I used to drink as a kid. Well water, like, out of the hose, we used to have to hand crank the pump to get water. We had a well. We had two on the farm.
They were good.
And we would just drink it, and
it was fine. We're alive.
I didn't even ever think that it was gross.
You just have indigestion issues now. Definitely not related.
I do. Oh my god, I do. Okay.
Are we going to talk about the magnesium?
I've told this story to you and also to Flint's siblings.
And to the thousands of listeners that are about to listen to this now.
But also as like a PSA. And also, if you've listened this far in, like, you're welcome to know this information. So I'm trusting only my closest friends here.
Yes.
Okay, so I have had indigestion issues on and off for like the last year. Okay. So about a year ago, I had a really bad indigestion for over a week, so bad that I couldn't sleep. And I would have to tell Flint in the middle of the night, 3 a.m., like, I need you to, like, put pressure and, like, rub the middle of my back. Ugh. Because I couldn't sleep.
Didn't
like,
you go to the doctor?
Like, the pain was so bad in my upper, like, abdomen throughout my back. Ugh. It was awful. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. It was bad. Went to the doctor. They were like, let's scope you out. Like, scope your stomach to see if you have an ulcer or whatever it is. They scope me out. They don't see anything. I do a 48-hour fast.
Very good. Very good.
I don't know.
It worked.
They gave me some medicine. I don't know ultimately like what the reason was, but I stopped having indigestion based on like my like what I was doing, like what I was feeling.
Yeah.
Whether it was the medicine, the 48-hour fast, I have no idea. Anyway, so I've had indigestion like kind of on and off. It has never gotten bad, whatever. But this last week I was starting to get indigestion again, and I could tell it was progressively getting worse and like affecting my sleep. And so I didn't want to have to go to the doctor and like get prescribed medicine again, which that medicine is like antacids are also showing that they are part of the reason for like colon cancer, like intestinal cancer.
Are you serious?
So, yeah, just be aware of that.
You saw that on Joe Rogan.
And so then I didn't. And so then I started Googling, like, what can I do in like within my like ability to like help my indigestion. And this lady was like, I took magnesium 3 times a day for 2 days and my indigestion went away. Like it was literally a lifesaver. And I was like, thank the Lord, I need help because this is getting bad again. I took magnesium. I took the dose it recommends.
Recommends, or that lady recommended in that video?
That it recommends on the bottle.
Okay.
So I took 1 dose in the morning, 1 dose in the afternoon, 1 dose in the evening.
So is the recommended dose per day, or is it the recommended dose
per day?
So you took 3 times the recommended daily dose.
Yeah. And then the next morning I took it again.
Yep.
And then before my lunch, I took it again.
Okay. So you're on 4 high doses of magnesium.
And then we recorded our podcast.
Yep.
And then shortly after that, I was like, I'm not feeling great.
I'm staring at you.
I am like starting to like get stuff ready in the kitchen. And I thought I had a fart. Like I didn't even think anything. Didn't think anything of it at all, and I let it like just go. Turns out that I shit my pants and got on my leg. And I was like, I was in shock. I was in shock from it. And I have to go shower, and he was like, okay, go. He has no idea what's happening at this time. So I go shower, do the things, come downstairs. He goes, did you start your period? Because I was about to start my period. He knew that. And I said, no, it was much worse.
Much worse.
And it wasn't one of the kids. And so I tell him, and he was like, it's the magnesium you're taking. Lacey, magnesium is also a diuretic. And I was like, no, it's what? And then I Googled it. sure enough, magnesium is a diuretic. And
So Lacey watched one video and was like, "You're it," and then she didn't Google side effects of magnesium.
And then I did this, and so I stopped taking it. I was like, I don't feel well at all, and so the kids go to bed. I take a little bit of THC, and then I start Googling side effects of overdosing on magnesium, and it was not good. So then I come back downstairs, and I'm high from the THC, and I go, Flint, I think I might go into a coma. I might die. What if I really effed up and it's not reached its peak yet, and I'm concerned that the dosage is way too high? And he was like, I think you need to go to bed.
Yeah.
You're going to feel better tomorrow. You need to just go to bed. So I did. And the next morning, I still had an upset stomach. But by that afternoon, I felt fine.
Hey, lesson of the day.
But
take
my
magnesium
indigestion, guess what, everyone? Went away. Went away.
Very good. Very good. You know what? This is your sign to take the regular amount of magnesium.
Right, if I would just take the normal dose of magnesium every day, I bet my indigestion would be fine and I wouldn't shit my pants.
This episode's about vitamins and minerals.
Yep.
Pretty sure you should name this episode Vitamins and Minerals.
I will.
Go to Midwest.happyhour on all the socials.
Yes, all the socials.
Instagram, Facebook.
All the things.
Bruh. Follow us.
If you're this far, then
who are you? Email us.
You might as
Tell
well
us you
follow
made
us.
it this far. Tell us you want to be on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, at this point, you hear my kids.
Wah, wah,
For
wah.
sure. Thank you for joining, everyone. We love you so very much.
You're my favorite.
Go buy our merch because we will extend it one more weekend when this is.
Do you need a t-shirt? Do you need a sweatshirt? Even if you don't, just buy one. Give it to somebody for their birthday.
Gift. A great gift.
4th of July gifts.
If you live in the fucking Midwest, wouldn't you love something that says Midwest Happy Hour?
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you. Oh, love you. Take your fingers off. That's my kid's crying because he's getting his diaper changed, and that's just what happens in this household.
I have to pee.
Me too.
Love you.
Love you. Goodbye.
Bye.